Alright, so in celebration of the new Pokemon movie, we're gonna go ahead and hunt down a Pikachu. I've never exactly done this before, so I hope this is how we do it. I know I heard you had to battle it first, so I don't know, we'll see how this goes. Let's see if we can search around for one. Now I can hear they're quite the elusive creatures. So far, I have not seen one. But wait, hold on, what is that? Okay, I think we found one, let's see. So far, I've heard it, but I'm not quite sure what it could be. Luckily, we have the technology, so we're gonna have to do a quick scan around the room to hopefully see if we can find our target. Alright, so let's see here. Oh, there we are, right there. Alright, now we need to move very slowly as to not scare the creature. Okay, hold on. Steady. Oh! Watch out. Alright, I think we got him. Alright, let's have a look at her. Oh, crack, look at that. She's a beaut. She'll be perfect. Alright, let's go ahead and start the review then. Hello everybody, what is up, Proptos here, and today we're going to be doing a review of the Pokemon movie, I Choose You. And don't worry, if you're concerned about Pikachu, as you can see, he's quite fine. He was not harmed in this video. Alright, so to start things off, just to let you know, this will have spoilers in it, so if you have not seen the movie and you don't want anything spoiled for the movie, just be sure to click away or maybe skip towards the end of the video. So anyway, so with mentioning spoilers in this, the movie was actually really freaking good. I was actually pretty surprised because for the past, since like I think the first three I actually really enjoyed, but after that I was kind of like, kind of don't seem as great, but whatever. But this one was actually a pretty pleasant surprise. It was actually pretty cool upon getting the ticket, just because, like I said, I grew up back when these actually came out, like the very first, back in like 1998 and everything. And of course, when we went to the theaters for like I think the first two movies, you got a promo card. So when I actually went to go get my ticket, I was actually really freaking surprised because he gave you Ash's Pikachu card and everything. I'll see if I can find a closer picture to show you in this video. But basically, I was totally surprised, like, holy shit, it's just like when I was a kid, man. I get a free Pokemon card. It's even promo. So that's actually pretty cool. I was actually really surprised. I was like, hey, this is pretty awesome. So starting off the movie, it starts off with your classic scene like the Pokemon anime started. And I gotta say, the first part of this movie was a giant nostalgia factor. Like, it just really brought me back, and like getting to see that whole Pokemon battle that Ash was watching on TV, and it's all in the newer animation style, more action-packed looking, and it was just amazing. Then, to top that all off, after he got Pikachu, they literally did the whole original Pokemon opening, like the full song, and kind of had him as he's going on adventures to kind of catch up some of the stories. So that was just going like, oh yes, holy crap. It was like just one giant nostalgia trip. I was like, oh, this is amazing. Alright, this is already impressing me quite a bit. Now, the thing I like about this movie is, it wasn't just kind of like, hey, here's a portion of the series that we just kind of cut down and boom, here you go. It kind of starts off around where the first episode was, and kind of touches upon some of the other episodes through the first season. But this one, where in the original you saw Ho-Oh kind of fly above and sit there, and Ash like, whoa, what's that? That's pretty cool. And then that was basically it. You heard absolutely nothing about Ho-Oh, I believe, throughout the whole series. Instead, the movie shifts the story. And this is going to be the part where Ash, he gets a feather and is sitting there glowing all rainbowy and everything. And then he keeps it, and then he actually realized, like, holy shit, I can actually find this Pokemon. It's trying to lead me away. He, instead of Brock and Misty, most people would have actually complained that they weren't in there, but to be honest, I didn't mind as much as I thought I was going to. It was actually kind of nice because it kind of gave the story a bit more of a fresh start. He was joined by the two newer characters, Sorrel and Verity. So those two characters, at first I was going like, okay, this little girl is going to be probably one of the main characters, but the part that actually I thought was really cool is they could have probably just, you know, gone for the full nostalgia, only 150 Pokemon, but they actually went and brought in like all the generations, like from Sun and Moon all the way back to the original, so it was pretty cool because Verity had her Piplup, then Sorrel had his Pokemon Railu, so I was like, oh, this is actually cool, we're bringing in multiple generations right here, so that was already pretty cool. And right off the bat, they actually, somebody comes in with a pretty beat up Vaporeon and they go, oh yeah, we're fighting Raikou. It's like, what the fuck? So right off the bat, towards the beginning, we already get to see Entei, one of the 3 legendary dogs, which is really cool because they actually kind of explained a bit more in this movie about what they were, why they came about, and how Ho-Oh actually kind of pretty much gave birth to them in a weird way. But yeah, so like I said, trainer comes in, they're like, oh yeah, we're fighting Entei. And then basically they all rush out like, oh, I'm gonna catch it first. I'm just like, okay, you guys are rocking a Pikachu, just started out a Piplup. Like, yeah, sure, why not? Let's go ahead and take on Entei. It should work fine. But yeah, so pretty much they didn't catch it. Ash and Verity were about to kind of have it out and do a full Pokemon battle, but then, you know, it started raining and then they had to all go in a cave. So that's where we kind of learn about the whole legend about the Rainbow Wing and how Ash is, I guess, the chosen warrior, or the Rainbow Warrior. I forgot what they called it. But yeah, so they go on this whole adventure, and it even goes on the part that really surprised me is when Ash got Charmander. We all know the original story, you know, the weird Australian dude abandoned him. Ash befriends Charmander. Charmander's like, yay, I love you. And then evolves and like, hey Ash, screw you. And then yeah, so but this one actually kind of surprised me because the guy who abandoned Charmander, this one, I think his name was Cross or something like that, and he even had more recent generation Pokemon with him. And surprisingly, he actually was more of a role in this movie than I was expecting. I figured, okay, yeah, whatever. Ash gets Charmander, he's gone. But no, he actually stayed in the series and was even there till the very end. And of course, learned a very important lesson. So one thing that actually shocked me, because I was expecting, was like, oh god, Charmander's evolving, let's see how this is going to go. And surprisingly, I was like, what? I mean, Charmander's not being a complete jerk and he actually likes Ash? I was like, well, okay, this is a pleasant surprise. Ash is going to be a little bit more powerful now. So yeah, so of course he goes to fight Emroar from, of course, the Aloha region, which is pretty crazy because the Cross guy that we just mentioned, he ended up having it. And then, of course, Ash loses. We get to go see him angrily go into forest. And said, shows a Squirtle. Pikachu's like, hey man, what the hell? I'm your freaking buddy. Why are you doing that, man? And then it was kind of trippy because he ends up going in this like alternate world, and basically it doesn't have Pokemon. He's just going like, what? Kind of going throughout the day. Sorrel and Verity are there. Like, what do you think about Ash? Like, what do you mean, what's beyond there? Like, of course, it's just like buildings and lakes and all that. And then he slowly starts remembering Pikachu, and luckily, you know, kind of gets to say, hey, I kind of fucked up. I'm sorry, Pikachu. But all in all, this movie was actually really great. Like, the storyline was actually really well done. If you're curious about Team Rocket's thing, you're not going to hear their catch motto. I'm sorry, I know how much you loved it. They didn't really have much of a role in this whole movie, surprisingly. I mean, their only role was kind of like, hey, we're here. We're planning something evil. And basically, they were kind of there like they were going to try to do something bad, but then they honestly just kind of like, hey look, oh no, we messed up and we're blasting off, or we're falling off a cliff. And yeah, so I was like, no, they didn't really have much. They weren't really menacing at all. Jesse's voice actor sounded the same, Meowth did. James's, of course, you can think even from the recent anime that's still going on, if it's still going on. But James's voice actor definitely has changed. But all in all, yeah, they weren't really much of a big part in this movie, but oddly enough, I didn't mind that either. I was really surprised. I'm like, Team Rocket not being a big part, no Ash and Misty, this should upset me, right? But to be honest, Team Rocket really wasn't even needed in this movie. I mean, it's, yeah, you know they're there, that's cool, we all know they're criminals, but besides that, it's like the character Cross played a decent enough kind of protagonist that Team Rocket really wasn't needed. You know, they're kind of pursuing, thinking, hey, we can catch this legendary Pokemon. It'll be amazing. Other than that, I didn't really care for Team Rocket not having a big part, because this movie had freaking great cinematics when it came to Pokemon battles. It's like, oh hell yeah, this is the first time I think I've been excited for a Pokemon battle in a long time. Probably since the original movies or something, but it was really cool because it's still, just like the first movie, still had that tearjerker scene at the end. I know I said some spoilers, but I'm going to leave why that tearjerker scene is that. Kind of hints towards the first movie what happened, but I'm not going to say exactly how it happened, but I was surprised to go like, oh man, it's pretty good, it get me a little choked up, and even some parts I was a little surprised. So Sorrel in one part was talking about how he had a Luxray that always took care of him, and one day he wandered out in the snow, the Luxray came, kind of kept him warm, but when he woke up, the Luxray was basically dead from being out in the cold all night. And they showed him like taking the child away, and he's all crying like, huh, you know, that's a little dark for, I was not expecting to show like, yeah, this Pokemon died. I'm like, whoa, okay, a little surprised, but wasn't really too bad. I was like, okay, that's kind of cool that they actually would put something in there, because you know darn well that wouldn't have been on TV, but since it's a movie, I guess it's not as bad. But all in all, it was actually really cool to see, you know, some of the other Pokemon getting taken over by Marshadow, and basically them having to do an all-out battle with freaking Charizard, like Charmeleon evolves and Charizard's actually still like, hell yeah, let's do this, Ash, we're gonna kick their butts together. And I was all like, oh my god, Ash probably would have been a good trainer if, you know, he would have had that Charizard on his side most of the time. Heck, he would probably won the first Pokemon, to be honest. But it was pretty cool because you got to see them all kind of team up and have to fight the Pokemon that were being mind controlled and try to hopefully get, you know, the Dark Feather taken away, then finally be able to fight Ho-Oh. So all in all, if you have not seen this movie, or you're thinking, it's just another Pokemon movie, whatever, I'm not going to watch it, they've all been going downhill, don't think that at all. This movie is actually really freaking great. I'm pretty sure this video won't be edited by the time the last showing goes, but they had limited showings in theaters for a while. The last one's on the 14th. I can probably guarantee you this video will already be put up way after the 14th. Well, not way up, but definitely after the fact. But yeah, so the movie was definitely really great. I highly recommend you check it out once, if it's, I don't know if it goes to Netflix, because Netflix does have a lot of Pokemon. But if it does go there, I definitely recommend checking it out. If it comes out the Blu-ray, or if you rent from Google Play, definitely give this movie a watch, especially if you're one of the people who grew up with the series. Then it's definitely going to be a big, major nostalgia factor. And just the fact that we got the cards when we went to the theaters, it was kind of like, oh, okay, this is just going to be my 90s kid experience day, I guess. But yeah, so I guess if I were to give it a 1 to 10 rating, I would probably put it at a 10, because I was going to say, like, this has been the most excited I got for a Pokemon movie in like a while, because the series is kind of like, okay, Ash is pretty much just doing the same thing in different settings, always loses the Pokemon Championship, whatever. But this one I was like, oh man, I kind of want to actually see more movies of this, because this one's like, hey, Ash is actually getting pretty good. And at one point I think he actually understood what the heck Pikachu was saying for a split second. I'm like, okay, that's weird. But yeah, so it's definitely a highly recommended movie for a Pokemon fan. If you're maybe a parent who already has kids and they're into Pokemon, definitely take them to see this, or get the Blu-ray when it comes out, because it's pretty damn amazing. Alright folks, that's all I have for this review. I do hope you guys enjoyed, and like I said, if you're not subscribed here at all, or you're new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button below, and maybe slap a like on this video, and always be sure to follow me on Twitter and my Facebook, because that's where Facebook is more just like share random gaming stuff and memes that I find across the internet. Twitter is going to be more for where if you guys want to actually comment or contact on anything that I post, or what we're going to be doing later in the future, or where we're at with getting the video out. That's where I'm going to be posting it, along with, of course, some random stuff. and in interesting articles. As usual, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.